Alright, lovely people of the internet. This is going to be a basic overview with some tricks and tips about Ableton Live 8. I don't have 9 yet, I really want to get it though. Looks pretty sick. So anyway, whenever you open up Ableton, you're going to come to a screen that looks similar to this. You'll have a MIDI and an audio track, just like that. Okay, basically you have all your controls up here. Tempo, these are nudge and stuff, you don't really have to worry about that. That's a metronome, you can turn that on and off. If you want, your play, global record button, all that good stuff. And basically, if you want to record a audio sample or anything like that, or with your MIDI instruments, you have the track on and off, the solo button, and the record arm button. What you're going to want to do is press the record arm button, and it will turn red, like such. And then you press this little circle right here to start recording. And then you can record as long as you want to, stop it, and if you double click on this rectangle, it will bring up the track that you recorded, and you have your position set right there. Say how the position is all weird, you want it to be 4 bars, click on that, put in 4, change that to 0, change that to 0, and then this will give you a 4-bar segment that you can work with. You can loop it around, loop it. If it's something else, you can warp it or have it unwarped. Your transpose right here, volume control, reverse right there if you want to switch it around, whatever. And then with recording MIDI, if, by the way, your browser is over here, you can scroll through all of Live's instruments, all the effects, whatever that's in Live. You have your plugins over here by clicking the 3rd button from the top, and you can drag those in. You can browse through your physical hard drive computer. So back to the MIDI channels. If you want to just draw in MIDI instead of recording it, the record arm button is on right now. It comes on automatically whenever you bring in a new MIDI track, and you just double click up here. I'll bring up this grid, the little keyboard over here. You can, if you click over here, whenever it has a little hand like that, if you click and drag left or right, you can grow or shrink the keyboard. And then, like I said before, change that to a 4-bar or 8-bar, 16-bar, whatever you want to do. Then if you right-click anywhere in the grid, you have quantize. If you actually record something, it'll quantize it out for you. And you can change the size of the grid. I usually just keep it at 16th notes, occasionally go to 32nd notes. But if you click down here in draw mode, you also notice you can just hit Control B if you're on Windows. You can just draw in notes however you want to and just freaking do whatever. And then just whenever you hit play, it'll physically play the notes for you. Some little keyboard shortcuts that you can do. If you just click and highlight over something, if you just Control D, it'll duplicate it out for you. Saves a lot of time, so you don't have to go in and draw the same thing if you're going to have it repeating a little phrase. For adding more tracks, if you Control T, it adds another audio track, and I believe Control Shift T adds, Control Shift T adds another MIDI track. So if you Control Shift T, it'll bring in another MIDI track. There's a bunch of cool stuff in Ableton, little shortcuts just to save you time. I am by no means an expert in Ableton, but These are some things that have helped me. Another little overview, these right here are your clip stop buttons. Click those little squares, stop all the clips. These are your returns. You can put effects or side chains, whatever you want to put in there. Volume faders, of course. This is your pan, left and right, sends A and B. So if you have like a delay in send A and you want it to be on this track, you can just drag that up to turn up send A. And yeah, that about does it for this video. If you're DJing, this over here, I'm probably an idiot, but this lets you assign a crossfader. Clicking this little X button over here lets you assign the crossfade, and you can select on each track if you want it deck A or deck B. And then you can, if you are more advanced, you can set ins and outs by clicking this I/O button over here, and it lets you send, this is more for DJing, but you can also, if you're bringing in audio or something from somewhere else and you want it to go to like an auxiliary channel or something, you can set the ins and outs to accept audio from there and to go wherever you want it. But yeah, I hope this helps. Kind of wrap it up for this video. I might do some more tutorials like this if this helps anybody. So I hope you have a blessed day and take it easy. Peace.